Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dan Hussey with AlgoDayTrader.com bringing you our September 20th, 2013 end of week report. We're about 7 seconds from the bell, and looks like we're about to close the S&Ps. There it is at the lows of the day. We're going to begin with the S&P 500. Stepping out to an hourly chart. We were looking for an extension long drawn from the 16 so it was a 1690 half anchor to highs. That extension has now broken. We didn't get any reaction from the 1708s. Upon breaking the 1704s, we now draw up the full halfway back short off of the highs. This short is at a 1714 now and would take us into the extension long drawn from the 1663 half anchor to highs. This is a prior extension long that traded two targets. Same anchor, new high. Has a 1695 support. The British pound. Coming down off of highs, we've traded a series once, twice, entry highs, target lows, 3 times, and have closed the day inside of our fourth in the series of shorts down off of highs. Stepping out to a 4-hour chart, there are two extension long levels that we're watching. The 4-hour extension long is drawn from a 5720 anchor to highs, and the 1-hour extension long is drawn from the 5832 extension to highs. We've closed the day holding the extension, the 1-hour extension long. And if we continue the series of shorts down off of highs, we will trade down into the 159.50s, where the larger 4-hour extension long resides. Not much else going on here. It's been a very slow market. The euro. Remember, the euro has traded a full long off of its 2012 lows. Inside of this long, the market pulled back into a 50%, 4-hour 50% long, which has upside targets at the 136.20. Inside this trade, we have been inside of extensions once, twice. We blew out of targets, and now we're drawing from a 33.25 anchor to highs here for the next in the series extension long at a 134.50 with 136.20 upside targets. Coming down off of highs, we have traded into a full short, just a little 15-minute or a micro. And that could start a series of shorts that will take us down to this 144.50 area. We have orders to buy 144.50s, stop below 134.20, and targets of a 136.20. The Aussie US dollar. Coming down off of highs, we've moved down into extensions. Same anchor, new low of the original extension drawn from a 94.85 to a 94.80 or 28 low. Now same anchor, new low drawn to a 93.78 has traded at a 94.30s. We have downside targets of a 93.53, and ultimately that downside target is also where the 4-hour extension long resides, drawn from the 91.90s anchor to highs. The 91.90s traded earlier this week. So it's 91.90 to the gap up highs. They traded their 50% long to and through targets. Same anchor, new high here. we'll be looking for support again at the 93.60s. The Euro Aussie. I'll step out to a daily chart. Again, after breaking out of the full halfway back long drawn from the 116 lows to the 132 highs, we are now looking for an extension long drawn from the 131.96 anchor to highs. The support level is at a 141.14, 141.14. Going down to a 4-hour chart, we're able to identify an extension short that has traded once, twice, and now a third time right into the US close. Downside targets of 141 from the extension short drawn from a 145.70 anchor to a 141.90 low. It's the 143.82 short. Downside targets are where our larger swing trade is. I'm not going to put orders in this week, but I am looking to be a buyer at the 141 handle in the Euro Aussie. Coming up off of micro lows, we had a full long. We then moved into extensions. We've hit upside targets on these extensions, so same anchor, new high now. Drawn from on a 15-minute chart, drawn from our 142.78 anchor highs to 143.99. We have a potential 143.40 support level for the 15-minute Euro Aussie. Again, this is now against this larger short, so it's a little, it's risky. I wouldn't be a buyer. The dollar yen. Dollar yen is again inside an extension long. You can't really see the level over here, but it's drawn from an 84.26 anchor to highs. We traded the 94s and since then have flagged sideways inside of this consolidation, really a triangle. Going down to a 4-hour chart, we have broken downward sloping trend lines. We have come back and tested now twice the support level and drawn from our 85.80 anchor to 160 highs. We have traded into the 98.20 support. Now this is actually a great example of what happens in a market when we watch a counter trend rally up and into and break a 61.8 line. We're now anticipating the ambush long as we have broken all shorts and have a 98.72 buy. So it's a 97.77 anchor to 99.68 high. It's a 98.70 buy with a stop at a 98.45. We're going to be looking to take this one piece off at 113s or 110, and the other piece all the way carry to 101.74. We'll see if that actually happens, but hey, that's what we're watching. Euro yen. We really haven't discussed the euro yen in anything below a 4-hour chart lately. The big kicker is our big long has finally hit its target. We're now going to be drawing the next in the series long from a 127.96 to highs. To top it all off, there's a full long traded to target. Next in the series, traded to target, and more than welcome to consider this 131.60 anchor to highs Support level 2 at the 133.32s. Going down to a 5-minute chart on the Euro Yen, we have been flagging inside of an extension, however, drawn from the highs of a 33.36 to highs. You can see our support level has now held here at the 134.16s, and again we'll see how long that lasts, because we do have a next in the series at 133.32, and if that fails, a 126.35. So definitely some backup plans on the Euro Yen. The Aussie Yen. Alright. Stepping out to a daily. Always important to remind ourselves that we are in a massive next in the series full halfway back long. It traded at the 88.18 or 88.81s. The lows down here of a 72.12 to the 105.40s gives us an upside target of a 113. Again, going down to an hourly chart. We have a valid full pullback now off of our 86 swing low. Sorry about that. To the 94.46 highs. A 90.44 is our support level now for a swing towards those 113 targets. Inside this this trend, however, we were able to identify a series of extensions. They're drawn from an 89.94 to highs. Extensions traded on the first time. Here, let's zoom in here. This is a perfect example of how extensions work. The anchor of an 89.94 to Thursday the 4th highs. We flagged inside of this extension long, the 50% line, and even closed inside of it. On Sunday we reopened and gapped up into targets. Once targets are filled, we start dragging up same anchor, new high, same anchor, new high, until finally the market pulls back into our 91.76 support level. We traded to the tick to the 94.45s upside target, and now we're going to be looking same anchor, new high, for a move back down to a 92.20. Again, I don't want to discount the idea that we could